A black background is commonly used to create a clean background and for achieving subject to background separation. And actually, people think it's quite difficult to create a black background, but it's actually quite easy. For some shots you will need a contraster like this one, but shots like this can actually be created using technique alone and doesn't need any post-production or any type of editing to make that background black. So there are different types of contrasters, from anodized aluminium to stainless steel or silicon. I tend to prefer silicon as it has less reflective properties and they're a bit more flexible, so you can tend to bend them a bit more. The most common time contrasters are used is when photographing the upper or lower anterior close-ups. And if you look at the tip of the contraster, you'll see it's got a small lip. And this is done so that it can fit in the palette, and it's shaped that way so it's a bit more comfortable for the patient and fits nicely in there. So the key to getting a pure black background is to ensure that you have subject to background separation. And using a contraster doesn't guarantee a black background just because the flash illuminates it and you've got something dark in the background. To create pure black, you need the contraster to be as far away from the anterior teeth as it can. If you place a contraster directly behind the anterior teeth, the flash source will illuminate the contraster, resulting in a lighter black background rather than fully black. So what you want to do is place the contraster further back in the mouth, ensuring it is at a 45-degree angle. And you repeat these steps if you're doing a lower anterior view. To create a black background for an overjet or lateral view, a contraster is not actually required. Simply remove the ring flash from the lens and angle it into the area of interest. The light will illuminate the mouth but not the background, creating a natural black background fall off. If you're looking to achieve a black background for extra oral views and don't have a photographic studio, which I'd admit is often the case, I recommend using a black velvet background. This will assist in soaking some of that light fall off. And again, you want to achieve subject to background separation, so you should bring the patient further away from the background, which will help avoid that light source illuminating it. Similarly, if you're photographing any products, or if you're photographing any crowns, any models, all you need to do is, you don't need to place it on a black background, you don't need to place it on a background that's dark. All you need to do is have that separation between the subject and the background. So you could simply take a picture by holding it in your hand, and as long as the background is a distance from it, say a meter away, you could do a close-up and the flash will not light that background, it will just light the subject itself.